So if you were trying to find top dead center on your 12 valve Cummins, so what you need to do is basically turn this bad boy over. Don't take this off. You'll throw your pump out of timing. You have to retime your pump, which I'm probably going to do anyways, but that's okay. So down in here, which I'm trying to do this all with one hand, you have a little plunger, right? Up in here, in this hole. And what this does is there's a little nub, or not a nub, but like a hole in your camshaft gear here. And what that does is when you spin this motor around and you're pushing this in, then it should pop into the cam gear. And then you know your engine is truly at top dead center if your camshaft and everything is lined up correctly. So mainly this is plastic, so it doesn't really work very well for you know, stopping a gear, especially since you need a bunch of mechanical advantage to spin this whole motor over. So that's a plastic tab. That's not going to hold up to being shoved into a metal gear being spun by you with like 100 foot-pounds of force spinning it that way. So the main thing is you want to take this out, even if you know it's okay, or if you know it's broken, just take it out. So this goes in here like that, but you also have this little star nut. So this had never been pulled before, I don't think, or replaced, but this guy actually kind of pops in there and retains this. And I was trying like hell to get this guy out, which you can see I was trying to take the Torx bits out. But so yeah, so take this out, and while you're spinning the motor over, either have a buddy sit back here with a flashlight and watch, or have his finger in there, so when you spin this motor over, you're gonna feel that hole in your camshaft gear come around, and then you'll know that that is at top dead center. And then you can take your actual little pin here and pop it in, and if you're able to pop it in and it goes all the way down, then you know that you're at top dead center. And you can mark it, maybe like right now you could pop it in, do a little mark, so you know that, like right now I know this motor's not at top dead center. I could pop it in, mark it, and know that depth, and then go all the way around, find the hole, pop it in, and if it goes further, you'll know, right? So that's the main thing. I have single zero on my crank gear, and I have double zeros on my camshaft gear. They're lined up nice and pretty, 1, 2, 3 right there. And if I stick my finger back here inside of the little pin, I can feel the hole, which indicates top dead center. So for that, we know we're right in that ballpark. One way to check that we're going to do, which I'm going to assume this truck is at stock timing and heat pump. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this inspection nut off and see if we can have a little tab in there. Pop that guy free. And there's going to be a bunch of oil coming out of this, so we'll do that. I'm about to make a mess again. Better avoid it this time, actually. So now that we've got this out, we have a little tab here. It's got no ring on it. This guy holds a bunch of oil. Wow, that's actually a lot of oil. This is going to be really hard to see. But there's a little tab up in there. And that's really hard to see. But I should be able to stick my tool in that they give you from factory. Nice little Bosch pump. Should be able to stick it in there. And if this guy goes all the way in, like so, and you can't spin it back and forth, which I'm gonna need some pliers now. making a mess. So now this is stuck all the way in there. I can't twist it back and forth, so we know that this guy is at top dead center. So this means that our motor's at perfect top dead center, our pump is at top dead center, and we should be clear to pop off the nut on our P-pump and pull it. Should be about ready to pull this P-pump off. Learned a valuable lesson too. Leave this on when you pull the gear off of it, or else unless you want to see it fly like all the way across the shop. I figured that out the hard way. There it is. Woo! Yeah, baby. Let's go. Oh, diesel everywhere, every time. Come on. Oh, and oil.
The next morning.
We made some pretty good progress yesterday, basically tearing down this whole motor. Got the exhaust manifold off, tappet cover, almost everything you can take off without super heavy lifting, taken off. Heat pumps off. So today we're going to work on pulling our camshaft gear, which is welded on. We're going to have to work with that. And then we're going to pull our cylinder head. And then from there, we can probably start the process of rebuilding it back up. Minus, I mean, oil pan and the front time cover, that's got to come off too. So, that's basically what we're going to get started on. Alrighty, cylinder head successfully off. That was a little bit of a hassle trying to rig it up and pick it up, but that's alright. I've come to notice that this face, it might clean up really well, but I think this is the first time this head gasket's ever been replaced. It'd make a lot of sense, but hey, got some mean carbon rings on these. You can tell up in here. And we got some fungus growing in here. You can tell that this cylinder was open when it was parked last, so some water got in there, but I think that's all right. Yeah, that'll burn out. That's all right. Still kind of gross. Alright, so that's probably going to be it for this week. We've got the cylinder head off. We finally got that cam gear off that was welded on. That was a pain. I mean, but I had to work with that puller and pop it on there. And once I got those welds all ground down, kind of like basically off, right? Put some tension on that puller, heated that bad boy up, and as soon as it got warm enough, that whole gear, you could hear it go boop, and pop right out, and then it was nice and easy to kind of pull it through. You got the oil pan off, and so next week we'll be able to actually sit here and clean this whole block up, and then basically slap everything back together, but with nice brand new gaskets. We're going to try to paint this bad boy a cool color. I'm thinking more of a beige tan, kind of like, I want to say the Marine 12 valves were like beige tannish. Could be wrong, or the off-road ones, either one. But yeah, this is about it. This is about as much as I can get done today. So we'll be back next week.